in football, you see your teammates more than you see your family during the season.
Right.
Like you're with them all the time. And so it's like, if I can be a good teammate, I mean, I can pretty much do anything. Like I believe that because, you know, you're handling adversity personally, but then you have teammates who are handling adversity. It all starts with you being a good teammate. And so I felt like we were fortunate to like be around incredible examples of that.
All right, we got Bronson and Corbin here today. A little tight fit, but we made it happen.
Oh yeah, we're good. We're brothers, you know? Yeah.
You said you used to sleep in the same bed, right?
And yeah. Now we're what? You're 6'10". He's taller than me. I'm the older brother.
Just big, you know?
Yeah, it's true.
When did you guys stop growing?
He was earlier than me. I was the late bloomer.
Really?
Yeah, like I grew into my 20s a few inches, but he came into high school at like 6'5". You know,
Okay.
he was the man child.
Damn.
Oh,
Yeah, 6'5" in high school is no joke.
Yeah, it was probably like when I grew another 2 inches the next year. So like when I was a sophomore in high school,
Yeah.
it's about when I was done growing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a little early, right?
A little early.
I grew a little in college too.
Okay, yeah.
Were you guys were playing football, basketball, anything else in high school?
Some track and field.
Oh, you did track?
Yeah.
Let's
We'd
go.
throw for fun. Like we're like, javelin throwing looks cool. Let's go do it after practice.
Okay.
I did an actual event though.
That's true.
And I'm not gonna lie, it was my only event. But
Shots fired at javelin throwers.
I know. I loved it. Yeah.
Throwing's no joke though.
Oh, it's so different. Like it made me realize how unathletic I was in some ways.
Man, I watched the shot put at every Olympics, the Krauser guy or whatever his name is.
Oh, yeah.
That dude's a beast.
Bro, it's wild.
People don't know how hard
top.
that is.
Spinning like a top too on the shot put. But I thought you were talking about the shot put guy.
Yeah. No, he is a shot put guy.
He is a shot put guy.
He might
right?
do discus too, though.
Okay.
I'm not sure if he does both, but he
Oh.
definitely does shot put.
Big guys spinning that fast. I'm surprised they don't like dig into the ground like a top because they spin so fast.
I know.
live, too.
It's nuts.
crazy.
Yeah, track and field, shout out. Those guys don't get respect, you know?
Oh, absolutely not. And they're great lifters too.
Yeah.
All those dudes
So
are just
strong.
unbelievably strong.
Were you guys way better at football than basketball? Is that why you picked NFL?
What do you think?
Not exactly. I'd say it's different for each of us.
Okay.
I grew up watching him play more basketball. He was in the AAU circuit, and I
Yeah.
was just like the little brother going to all the tournaments. And so I always thought he'd be more of a basketball player. But then it's weird, like our bodies kind of changed and just football kind of fit in some ways better.
And our dad's a football coach.
Okay.
Coached for 30 years college football.
Got it. So you didn't
So-
have much of a choice.
We were kind of around all the time. Yeah, we're in the locker room after the game. We're living at the facility pretty much all summer, going to camps.
How tall was he? He must have been a giant too.
Yeah, he's about 6'5". You know, I mean, he's probably about the same weight. 285, 290.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you both outgrew your dad then?
Yeah.
Damn.
It's kind of crazy. He's the oldest of 9 kids.
Holy
And he's like not even the biggest one.
damn.
Yeah.
So you're just a family of athletes.
Yeah, there's a lot of us, honestly. Like over 20 first cousins all played D1.
Holy
Like,
crap.
there's a lot of us.
Damn.
Yeah.
Sports was like the route for you guys. Like it wasn't any other option.
Yeah.
It's kind of how it
Well,
felt.
it's just like
It's
that, the one
sometimes.
that seemed to click. Like my dad always says when they came from the islands and someone told him, you know, you can go to college playing football. It was like an aha moment for him. He went home. He's like, I know how we're all going to go to school. You know, like we can do this.
Yeah.
Sign all the boys up.
Was it super high pressure? Because some parents pressure their kids, right? So much to the point where the kids end up hating the sport.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Ours, I feel like we had like the opposite experience where our dad never
It's the
pushed us to
other
play.
way.
He actually told us not to
Really?
play football.
Oh,
He's
wow.
like, do whatever you want. And like, we just gravitated towards it because we loved seeing him and we loved just being around it type of thing. But yeah, he kind of like was hands off for most of our careers until we played for him. And then it was,
He was our coach.
now you're going to
College.
work harder
Okay.
because you're my son.
He was your college coach?
He was our college coach, and he had never coached. Like I'm the oldest, so I was the first one to go through. He had never coached me or Corbin, anyone in our family in a sport before, because he was a college football coach.
Oh, wow.
So really, that was our first time having him as a coach was when we went to college. So
Yeah.
it was awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did the teammates hate you guys because he favored you guys?
It was the opposite.
Oh,
They
really?
felt bad for us.
They felt bad for us.
Oh, what?
Why's your dad got to say that to you?
I know. Why does he have to make you do more than everyone else? But I already knew, I knew I was going to do more. I was going to, stay longer. I was going to,
Yeah.
and it was kind of expected because he, coming from Tonga, like it's very warrior culture, I would say. And so everything was earned.
Mm.
So we had to go above and beyond that just so that the other players knew that he wasn't, there wasn't any favoritism
Oh, wow.
going on.
Well, it ended up working. You both made the league,
It
right?
did work. Yeah, it did work. We made it. It was
What
cool.
year did you guys go?
I was 2016. I got drafted. My last year was 2015 in college.
Okay. Did you do all 4 years or?
Yeah, I did 4 seasons, 3.5 years in college.
Nice.
So yeah.
What round?
I was the 3rd round.
Let's go.
So yeah,
That's big, right? There's so many rounds in the NFL. I don't even know how many there are, but third sounds really good.
yeah, it was solid. Yeah, it was solid, and it was a cool experience.
Let's go. What about you?
I was the undrafted free agent. you know?
Okay.
And so definitely different paths, but I loved it. It was an experience for sure.
That's a hard path, right? Tryouts and everything.
Yeah, I had 3 surgeries after my senior year. and
Holy
so
crap.
before getting to spring training, like I was just recovering the whole time. And yeah, it was the ringer, but learned so much. Yeah.
Yeah. And now you guys have transitioned into business. What was that transition like from sports to business?
You know what? For me, I just was watching, a lot of my teammates in the locker room. We're always talking business, investing, and I just felt like, man, I grew up in a place where I had great mentors.
Yeah.
Like here in Utah, there's a lot of great business people and entrepreneurs and founders and all these different things. And so I decided, okay, I need to really lean on that. I'm going to go out. I'll buy in pretty much and invest. And if I can learn how to do it, then I'll bring great people, because that's what I noticed people were struggling with in the locker room. The players, they were just getting involved with the wrong people.
Right.
And a lot of it was just because, we were the same. We didn't grow up even saying the word investing. So when someone says investing, we're like,
Rich person's word.
yeah. We don't want to say that. But it was awesome though, because we did find the right people, fortunately, and they were able to teach us how to do that and do it at a high level. And I think that's what really changed it for us. So yeah, started in real estate and then went from there.
That's awesome, because you shared a crazy statistic with me. 78% of NFL athletes have financial trouble after they retire, right?
Yeah, 3 to 5 years.
Holy crap.
So it's really intense. And so after living it and seeing it right there happen, and then now that we're done playing and seeing it happen, that's the mission, is we want to take that stat to 0. So
I assume it's high in other leagues because you're dedicating such a large portion of your life to sports. You can't focus on investing and other business stuff. So you're just, as soon as you're done, you're like, what do I do, right?
Oh yeah, total identity crisis. It's crazy to see. I feel like every athlete has an identity crisis once they're done playing the sport at whatever level.
Yeah. Even if you're aware of it, I feel like it still happens, right?
Oh yeah, even being aware, you still have to navigate it, because you're like, oh shoot, like this actually came. Now what do I do? You thought about what you might do, but it's like actually here.
And it's really hard to match that money, I think, outside of sports.
Oh, absolutely.
especially starting from 0, like
Right.
you are you're going into something that you've never done before. Because if you take an athlete and put them into the business world and you ask them what they're good at, it's hard for them to share. But if you take an athlete, put them on the field and tell them what they're good at, they'll tell you every single detail with exactness what they're good at.
Right.
And so what happens is athletes, and I'm a big proponent, I'm always saying this because, I'm always trying to help athletes out. You're always transitioning as an athlete. The moment you start, your time as an athlete is time stamped. Like there will be a time when you don't play and you hang it up. And so like the goal is now, I feel like the new age athlete, and you see this in the NBA especially, they do a great job. I feel like the NFL is headed there right now, is I'm always transitioning. So with the time that I do have, can I get in the right rooms? Can I talk to the right people? Can I ask the right questions? And so trying to help athletes just build curiosity and a desire to do that outside of what they're doing in the off season is like, I feel like it's key, vital, especially with NIL now.
Yeah.
Like with high school athletes and college athletes getting paid.
Yeah. I think NFL is doing better. I actually had an NFL agent invite me to one of their dinners with all their players and give the players like podcasting advice.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. Because a lot of
need you for that.
Yeah, I got you for real. Well, a lot of athletes are starting podcasts now.
Yeah.
It's a smooth transition because they're so good at talking about the sport.
Exactly.
Like I watch Draymond Green's podcast. I watch Travis Kelce's, because they're just so knowledgeable. You can't get that information from some random commentator,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And learning to use that skill, outside of like the sports they're in, that's huge. And the transitioning you were talking about, like what skill sets from this transition to something else outside of it.
Absolutely.
There are a lot.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. Athletes, there's a lot of things that you learn as far as character, discipline, effort, showing up every day. Like all these things can help you transition into the business world. But once again, when you leave, your sport, it's just like you're a freshman all over again. You're a rookie all over again.
Right.
And you have to be open to learn.
100%.
Even from younger people who have been doing it longer than you. And so, having the humility to say, I don't know, but I'm here to learn and be coached. Like, coach me up.
Yeah. I attribute a lot of my success in business to sports. I never got to your guys' level, but being a distance runner, you got to lock in mentally.
Oh, yeah.
How far are you running?
5Ks where it was like my race. In track, I did the mile and the 800.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. But those races are hard, man.
Oh, you're moving fast the whole time for a distance. Like that's
They
crazy.
say, like, it's a little controversial, but they say the 800 meters like the hardest race.
No, yeah.
Because you're sprinting the whole time.
Exactly.
Oh.
Yeah. 2 laps, full on sprint.
Can I ask, like, where was it usually the point for you where you're like, your body wants to shut and it's like all mentality for
It's
you?
the last 100 usually. I actually
Really?
tore my glute in the last 50 of one of them. And I was going to make the state finals if I finished.
Yeah.
I was in second place and I tore it and I didn't make it.
Oh my God.
It's like mental trauma from that.
Oh, absolutely.
I was in a wheelchair for a
Like,
week.
No way.
Yeah, your
You're in
glute,
such a
man.
flow
Oh,
state too. Like to have
Yeah.
that just cut.
yeah.
Oh,
You guys probably dealt with some nasty injuries too, playing football. That's
Yeah.
inevitable.
There's some bad ones. But I'm going to talk about Corbin's, because people still talk about Corbin's injuries his senior year. So BYU's rival is Utah.
Mm.
And the week before, it's Corbin. He already had a torn tendon in his pinky.
Jeez.
Your tricep was already torn.
yeah.
And then he tore a bunch of ligaments in his ankle.
Holy crap.
And he still played in the game
What?
and played at a high level. But that's football. Like every single week, a football game is on TV and anyone is watching. Oh, everyone's playing hurt.
Wow.
Everyone's playing hurt. Everyone's battling something. Having those 3 injuries, like I remember watching them and I'm like, how's he doing this right now? Like he's making plays out there still.
Holy crap.
With all of this, like
I went down.
You did
I didn't make it to the end of the game.
hey, you went out there and put it on the line.
But we tried.
That's impressive, man. So your mental resilience is just next level.
It's just, well, and I feel like you know how it is as an athlete, you just keep going, like
Adrenaline,
for the
right?
team, or like it's almost like this feeling of completionism
Mm.
where it's like, okay, until I feel like I'm literally can't play, you'll just keep going to that point.
Yeah, you don't want to let your teammates down almost.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, it's a responsibility type of thing,
Mm.
So
It's taught me how to work with people. Sports. I was playing basketball, soccer,
yeah.
So that's really valuable in business.
It's
that camaraderie.
everything. Being a great teammate.
Yeah.
Because, man, when you go to work every day, in football, you see your teammates more than you see your family during the season.
Right.
Like you're with them all the time. And so it's like, if I can be a good teammate, I can pretty much do anything.
Mm.
Like I believe that because, you're handling adversity personally, but you have teammates who are handling adversity. So you have from this individual level to an even bigger level, it all starts with you being a good teammate. And so I felt like we were fortunate to be around incredible examples of that. Because in sports, it's what's passed down. That's what creates the culture.
Mm.
And so the leaders in the locker room, those are the people that are defining what a good teammate is.
Right.
So being able to have that, we were lucky.
Yeah. And all the best teams have great leaders, right?
Oh, yeah.
Great leaders.
Look at the Chiefs right now.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to beat them. Who you guys got, actually? I know your dad was part of the Eagles, right?
yeah. Who do you have?
It's tough.
It's so tough. We know because we really like Andy Reid,
Yeah.
BYU guy.
Right, yeah.
So yeah, we really
We got
like
some
him.
buddies on the Eagles though. So
We have a lot of buddies. We have a lot of buddies on the Eagles.
Right.
I got the Chiefs, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the score? What's the score you think?
You guys would know that better than me. I haven't been watching this season, but they seem to always just squeeze it out. So I feel like it'll be a close game and they'll win last possession or something,
Yeah. See, I feel like it's gonna be really close, and I want the Eagles, but I think the Chiefs are gonna win. If that makes sense.
Their experience.
Saying what's on our mind. It's one of those things you're just like, gosh dang it. Like,
Yeah. Their experience
I
is
want
just,
the Eagles to win, but I know in the back of my mind there's
A three-peat would be cool.
that says 3-peat.
Yeah, the 3-peat would be awesome.
yeah. I saw Gronk talking about is Mahomes or Brady the GOAT.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He was saying if he gets this 3-peat, he's the GOAT of the decade, but then he has to do it again.
Oh, I can see that.
Yeah.
You know, that's valuable.
Because Brady's got 7.
Yeah.
So
sure.
if Mahomes gets this one, that's 4, right, for him?
Is that 4?
Or is it 3? 3 or 4?
Yeah.
Oh, it might be
Yeah.
4.
It might be 4 because there wasn't there one earlier.
There might have been one
Yeah.
earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, because this is his 7th year.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But
That
yeah.
is nuts.
He'll have
4
to
and
do it.
7?
Yeah. He'll have to do it twice, though, in his eyes to pass Brady.
Wow. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
I want to talk about the fun side because met one of you at Jets and Capital, right? So
Yeah.
you guys are in the fun space now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. We love
How'd you
that
get involved
space.
with that?
You know what? I mean, it's kind of part of the whole, I guess, trajectory when you get into that world. You start to understand different ways to invest and you learn about the fund structure. And so, you know, for me, I just wanted to find good people and invest and into things that, you know, I learned as time went on. It's like, I don't mind the boring stuff.
Mm.
Like that's where the money is. That's what all the people that have like, created, you know, extreme wealth, they've all invested in that type of stuff. And so started in real estate, gas stations and multifamily. And then it's just expanded from there. And it's interesting because Corbin and I both graduated in statistics and analytics, and we both love numbers. And what happened was, you know, for me, as I was getting into the investment world, I kind of turned into this guy that people were just like sending deals to all the time. So a lot of the players were sending me stuff and I was looking at it.
Right. Because they were getting pitched deals.
They're getting pitched and NFL players, NBA players, they get pitched all the time.
I bet.
And they get tons of deal flow. And so it was nice to be able to just send things, you know, send it over and then I could look at it and then take it. Because I was very active in the business space, going to those types of events all the time. And so I felt like I had a really good network to send things out, get some feedback from high level experts, bring it back and then go back. And so that's kind of how I got involved in the fund space was, okay, wow, there's a lot of funds out there. How do I know which one to invest in? What questions do I ask?
Yeah.
You know, and so it's been fun, like training like athletes, like, okay, when you get a deal or if it's a fund or, you know, this is what you're looking for. And it's kind of what my role is with, you know, different sports groups I'm part of Pro Athlete Community, PAC.
Yeah.
And so, right, we got like over 400 members and I'm in charge of overseeing deal flow.
Damn.
So yeah, it's kind of fun to be able to look at all the deals that athletes get because it's unique. I'm not gonna lie. It's really unique.
You guys are getting a lot of pickleball deals, I bet.
Hey, it's sports ownership, sports leagues.
Yeah.
It's hot right now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sports league deals going on, you know, direct syndications.
I wonder how those are going to pan out because obviously it worked out for the major sports, but these are up and coming sports. So it's kind of like a gamble, right?
Exactly.
That's true.
Like Padel's blowing up right now,
Yeah.
pickleball,
Exactly.
a couple other sports,
Yeah,
right?
like the slapping thing.
Oh, power slap.
Yeah,
You got pitched that one?
It's dope.
That's funny. I've been to those.
Oh, I've only seen videos. It actually looks awesome.
Would you ever do it?
I would love to try it. I won't lie.
Wow. Okay. Most people say no to that.
You're gonna do it? I could call him right now. Sign you up.
You'll get 10 grand if you win. 5 grand if you lose.
Yeah. Oh man.
You know, I would need a little more than that if I were to do it. 10,000. I mean,
I would just say if they just put us out there, we do it for free against each other. You know, we just sit there.
We did that with the tortilla on TikTok. You know,
Oh, I
we hit
love
each
that.
other with the tortilla.
did you guys scrap a lot when you were younger?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
We're always
yeah.
fighting,
Brotherly
you know?
love.
Oh yeah. It's whoever gets the other to cry first, and then you lock yourself in the bathroom before they get too crazy. You know.
It's true. We broke a lot of couches, glass doors,
Damn. You guys
glass
went.
windows, but just like not even like I don't even feel like it was like out of like I'm gonna bust this thing down. It was like running away and like teasing, and then
Yeah, and then someone runs into a door.
it just happens to be glass.
Broke.
So you weren't throwing them one each
Oh
other.
yeah, it's like, Mom, I swear we closed the window and it broke.
I would have loved to see that, man.
Yeah, no,
Now people just bully each other on social media.
everyone just hides home.
Yeah, they don't scrap anymore. You know.
Exactly. No fair fights anymore.
Yeah, you can't settle with hands anymore.
Yeah.
You got to settle on the keyboard.
That is true. And then you get like blown up on social media, and everyone's like, "Oh, look at this thread," and it's just
Yeah.
People just sit there and read down.
Yeah, you guys were in the locker rooms. Did the players ever talk about like the haters and trolls on social media?
Oh, it's like pretty fun, you know. Sometimes they would. You just hear like random stories, but
Make jokes about it. People just make jokes.
or you
about
just
it.
like joke on one of the other guys, you know. Oh, I saw your girl posted this about you, or I saw you're into this.
Yeah. I feel like some players, it gets to them, you know?
Oh, for sure. You know,
Like some people be responding, like Kevin Durant's out here making fake Twitter profiles, responding. I'm like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah, man.
You guys see that trade last night?
I did see that.
Holy
Crazy.
crap. That's the biggest trade I've ever seen, I think.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Who do you think won that trade, Lakers or Mavericks?
Oh, I think I think
the
having
Lakers-
Luka
get Luka?
anywhere is impressive to get,
Yeah.
you know.
I think the Lakers won.
Yeah.
If AD's healthy, though, they might win this year.
yeah.
Yeah.
With Clay, Kyrie, AD,
That's true.
PJ.
Yeah. Like I can see how they maybe thought about that, but I'm a big Luka fan, so I'm like,
Yeah, we
wow,
love Luka.
like,
Yeah. In the long run, I think the Lakers will
Yeah.
win because Luka's only 25.
yeah.
I forget that. He's only
So
25.
Yeah.
What? Wait.
And it's basketball, man.
Yeah, you can play forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
average lifespan of a football player is, I think, like 2.6 years.
Which is crazy. And it's only getting lower, I
It's
heard.
only getting lower.
Oh,
Yeah, because it's more competitive, and guys are coming out even freakier, like faster, stronger.
Right.
So the game just becomes that much more violent. So
Mm.
they're trying to,
You're just always looking for a replacement for you.
Right.
every
yeah, and there's way more people that can replace you in
Mhm.
football.
Yeah. You see that with running backs, right?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
the running back market. It's crazy.
Crazy. They did Saquon dirty, man, the Giants.
Oh.
I'm a Giants fan. I grew up in Jersey.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
That was the dumbest move I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Getting rid of him.
It's so
he's
sad.
killing it. He's killing it.
Yeah. I'm happy he's doing so well.
I'm happy for him, but
Yeah,
at the same time,
exactly.
it's like that could have been the Giants.
No, yeah. It's just, with the running back. I always felt running backs really got the short end of the stick for that.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Who's your guys' team these days? You cheer for any? You got friends on every team, so it's tough.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like we do cheer for a lot of like,
Some of them are older
Players.
teams you played for.
but some of the
too.
teams, some of the teams we played for, we always cheer for them. Growing up, because we grew up here in Utah. Like
Yeah.
for me, my team was the Broncos
Broncos.
because it's the closest team.
Oh wow. Denver.
So Denver. I grew up, watching Denver, cheering for
Peyton
Denver.
Manning, right?
Yeah, Peyton, all those guys over there, and I had like a Ed McCaffrey jersey, and then, but yeah, now the Eagles too, just because our dad played there. But I pretty much watch, Green Bay played there, the Jets.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rough season for the Jets.
I know. Come on,
And a lot of rough seasons.
I love Aaron too. I love
Jets.
Aaron. Aaron's the man.
I had faith in him, but it was a rough season for
I
sure.
know. I'm like, come on, he can do it. Anyone's gonna do it. It's gonna be him because he's a great leader.
Father time though, right?
That's true.
What is he? He's pushing 40 now, right?
Yeah, I think he's 39.
Damn.
Yeah, or is he 40? I don't know.
It's just
Not a lot of people make it to 40 in professional sports.
Oh, and then I just think football. I'm just like,
That's probably the hardest one to make it to 40.
So freaky.
Football and track.
yeah. Like I see any guy in the NFL that's like a 10-year vet. It's like just crazy in my mind. It's
Yeah.
hard to fathom that kind of like
Mhm.
physical prowess.
Yeah.
They've seen some stuff, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
seen some
Did you
stuff.
guys have some vet mentors when you got in?
Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah. I feel like
we got really good ones too. Like,
Nice.
Yeah, he went to the Saints.
Oh, nice. Was that with
That's
Drew
his first
Brees?
team.
Yeah, it was like his last year, and I remember like he was the first person I met in the locker room.
Oh, wow.
My brother's always like, "Hey, be the first one there." You
Yeah.
got to set the tone, especially you undrafted guys. I was like, "Okay."
Facts. That's
I
good
got there at,
advice.
like 4:30, and there was only one dude in there, and all the lights were off, but he was in the hot tub reading his Bible, and it was Drew Brees.
Wow.
And at first, I didn't think it was a player because
It's
it's
a
such a
ghost.
small
I
dude.
did.
I thought it was like, is this like one of the janitors getting in the hot tub? Or I was like, "Oh, that's Drew Brees." I was like, "Holy cow!" But
What was your line, your opening line to him?
I didn't say anything to him. I just was like, "I'm gonna play it cool and just sit here in the corner. I'm the rookie."
Yeah.
But then, literally in the shower, he's like, "Hey, don't you have a brother that plays up in Baltimore?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do actually." And I was
Nice.
like, it was really neat though. I was like, I'm this unknown, undrafted. I didn't even stay there for season. I got off to the Jets, but for
Wow.
him to like make that comment to me, I was like, wow, what a great man.
That's
You know?
cool.
And he'd regularly come sit with us rookies at breakfast if we weren't sitting with anyone.
Wow. I feel like that's pretty rare.
Oh, super rare. Yeah.
Kobe Bryant would not do that.
Like I really was hats off to him. And then even like Cam Jordan, I don't know if you
I don't know
he's a
him.
defensive end over there, but
Okay.
he was awesome. First time I went into a locker room, he's sitting there playing Super Smash
Mm.
with some of the guys on the team. And he's like, "Hey man, do you play? We need a fourth." And I was like, "Sure." And just from then on, it's just so nice. you
He didn't know Corbin takes like 3 people on at once.
Oh, you're
So-
nice at
so
Smash.
he's
Oh, yeah. So
nice.
I was like, "This is my time to shine."
He's over here. It's me, Now it's like me, my wife plays Smash too, and you know, our other brother, and it's like us three versus him.
Damn, he's
And
that good.
He's still winning.
Who's your main?
I'm weird. Like if I want to secure the victory, it's Ness.
Okay.
Because I play 64.
Yeah, he's OP on 64.
Exactly. But then I actually love using Link because I'm just a Zelda nerd.
Link is fun.
And his boomerang is the most annoying thing, but I
Yeah.
can get people with it.
I literally watch the Smash like finals, esports
Oh,
finals
no way.
on YouTube every year. Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, I'm into that. I love
See,
esports.
I love that too.
Yeah. You guys still game at all or no?
I don't game as much. I would. We used to game so much. And Corbin actually in the NFL, they do a event where you play Fortnite during the season, and then they take the top 10 players, and you get drafted by professional gamers to play during the Super Bowl in a Fortnite Super Bowl championship.
That's
So
dope.
Corbin got drafted by Ninja and played with Ninja.
What? That's dope.
Yeah,
It's fun, man.
Did you guys win?
We took like 10th or something, but
Okay.
I was like, I'm the pack horse, man. I don't know how to tunnel well.
Oh, was it when it was build mode?
Yeah, they were still
Yeah.
building, and
Those
like,
guys are sweaty.
oh yeah, and like I streamed for a little bit, but I never got to that level of building.
Yeah.
So
I don't
He's
play
streaming
build.
again. Let's get him streaming again. Come on.
Dude, these
fun,
streamers are making crazy money.
oh
my gosh.
that's a world that when someone started to tell me a few of the numbers, I still don't know much about it. It was just mind blowing.
Yeah.
Like streaming numbers, Twitch.
Streamers are, you could argue, are more popular than A-list celebrities right now.
Oh, absolutely.
100%.
The monthly for them is crazy.
Yeah.
Like
Well, the pool's so much bigger because
Oh,
there's
yeah.
viewership.
Right.
Like it's huge.
They're getting hundreds of millions of views
yeah.
Yeah, and that's money,
monthly too.
attention.
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot of attention.
And they're getting it for prolonged periods. That's where I think they separate themselves because they're streaming 8 hours a day.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
People are
crazy.
watching
Yeah.
the whole time.
The whole time.
Yeah.
And then you got the clipping side, which I'm good at with the podcast.
Yeah.
And that's another 100 million of views after
Oh.
they're done streaming.
Exactly. Yeah. From one stream, you can get probably so many
Recycling.
clips that will just boom go off.
So
Boom, boom,
many.
boom.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, Aiden Ross interviewed Trump, like a streamer interviewed the sitting
Yeah.
president. That's how big streamers are these days.
I love it, dude.
It's taken over. It's the number one sport, right?
Yeah.
As far as viewership.
I
in
think
the
so,
world.
yeah. Even last
For sure.
night at WWE, Kai Cenat,
Yeah.
or what I Show Speed, I mean,
Speed
was
man.
there, and Logan Paul and stuff. So it's a new era, man.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, social media probably wasn't big when you guys were in the league, but now it's like you can make a living off it.
Yeah.
Oh,
it
for
was just
sure.
getting ramped. Like no one really did it. Like,
Yeah.
you know, now
Well,
you
it was more.
see
It was the opposite. It was more. We didn't do social media because the little that was out, you were afraid of doing something wrong because you might get
Canceled.
cut
Yeah.
or get something from the team because it was just such an unknown area.
or made fun of.
yeah,
Right.
exactly. Yeah,
TikTok
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, why does this dude dance? But now guys are dancing like all the
now it's
time.
like, wow, everyone's into it, and so it's a totally
Filming your
different
workout,
thing.
like no one ever filmed a workout, like ever. And then they all of a sudden, you know, cameras are there, content teams are there filming workouts,
Right.
and it's like, but then you start to realize the business, and an athlete's in a unique position because you get drafted, and all of a sudden, you know, either you're the best or you're an authoritative figure to get the most attention. And now you have both overnight, and you already have a pool of people that are literally all eyes on you like that.
Right.
Like I feel like athletes make incredible, streamers, influencers, podcasters, because man, everything's already set up there for them. You just have to connect the bridges and then let it flow.
100%.
Yeah.
Definitely agree with that. What's your guys' opinion on the NIL stuff?
Love it.
You love it?
I love it. Now, what I love about it is players are getting a piece of all of that money, that big pie that's been going on for years. Because the schools make a ton of money, the NCAA makes a ton of money. I'm a big fan of it. But what got me into all this business stuff, investment stuff, is because of NIL. Because the only way I saw we could flip that stat to zero was, you know, a dad calls me up, hey, you know, my son just signed for $1 million. He's 16. And this is just a brand deal. What do we do? Well, in my mind, I was like, oh, this is an opportunity to go and sit down with the athlete, mom, dad, brother, sister, everyone. And now we're going to do some financial literacy and talk about, you know, the different structures of how to get paid through an LLC and S corp, taxes. Athletes don't really think about taxes all the time. It's our biggest expense.
Yeah.
They never do.
And we're W-2. So
You can't even write off stuff.
yeah. Well, there's ways, but you have to, you know, really have a great tax strategy,
Right.
and it takes planning, and you have to be able to understand it. And so that takes time. And so, you know, what we're trying to do is always help athletes understand the whole picture off the field, because, you know, for a long time, it was just, I get drafted, I sign my name, I get wired the money literally instantly. And now what do I do with that? Okay, someone said I need a CPA, I need a tax advisor, you know, strategist, I need what do you call it? Just like a money manager. I don't know how to buy a house. I don't know how to buy a car.
Right.
You know, it's like all these little things. But now what we do is we try to help them do all of this at once. So then they don't have to, so everything's in one arena.
Yeah.
And everyone's talking to each other right here. And you can just step in there and get an update from everyone at once. And now you can get taken care of the right way.
Right. It's smart that you guys did this because the players trust you guys. You saw all the horror stories with Paul Pierce's manager. I forget the name of that guy, but he stole all the money, like Kevin Garnett's manager. And that's
happens a lot.
Yeah.
Probably happens to you guys, right? They take advantage of athletes.
Oh, for sure. And it's one of those things we've definitely been like burnt in our business wondering. But that really is the thing, is the key, is trustworthy people. Like, and it's one of those things where if you find it, you go back to the locker room and you want to share it because you know everyone needs it. Yeah. So it's like, oh, bro, I met this guy. That's incredible.
I put money in.
Going,
went well.
This is what happened. And so, yeah, that's why I love it, because you have something good to give back to these guys. Like, this is actually really going to help you.
If you can make people money, word will spread fast.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know,
fastest.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, we're not even like the guys that are like the managers.
Yeah.
But we know people, and
you connect the dots.
We can find the greatest teammate in real estate. We have the greatest teammate in this, in taxes, and this and that. So when guys go through, you know, huge taxable events, because to an athlete, an exit is getting drafted, getting a signing bonus, or getting that second contract. Like, that's like selling the company. And so it's like, when that happens, are you prepared? Like, am I going to be paying 40% back, or can I, you know, strategize how to reinvest that 40% and let it grow and work really hard for me? If every athlete could understand how to make every dollar work as hard as they work, oh my gosh, every athlete would be in a phenomenal position, and that 78% would be zero.
Absolutely.
So quick.
I saw what Ohtani did with Cali.
Oh, I love that.
That was brilliant. I've never seen an athlete do something like that.
Yeah. The thing about it, his team was prepared. Like, he was prepared. Like, you know, athletes really, I posted that on my LinkedIn, and literally everyone's talking about it, because it's like, wow, athletes are moving different. Like, they're really moving different in taxes and tech venture and real estate, right? And creating their own family offices. Like, it's athletes are moving different. And so that's what we try to do, is just educate the athletes so everyone can move like that.
No, they are. I mean, look at KD with 35 ventures. You got Serena Williams with her stuff with 776, right? Steph. Yeah, these I think some of these athletes will make more off their funds than their actual career.
Oh, I totally believe it. Yeah.
We've seen that, like, even with like Aaron Rodgers and RX3.
Yeah.
You know, it's a CPG fund. But, you know, there's this big movement right now, and it's really big. I mean, it's already happened, but not at this level. Right now, it's moving like a well-oiled machine, where the athletes are getting involved in these funds, and they're not just putting money in, they're putting in their NIL. And if they're a professional athlete and they put their NIL in, well, guess what? You can help the firm or the fund or the things they're investing in, the companies, the products, you can move it differently. And so that's what's really cool about what's going on right now, is, you know, these athletes are not just investing, they're investing their name, image, and likeness, which is their most valuable thing.
Absolutely. Well, guys, it's been a blast. Where can people find you, find your podcast, and keep up with you guys?
Yeah, Instagram, I'm bkafusi90, and LinkedIn, Bronson Kafusi. I'm super active on those too.
Yeah, I'm on Instagram, Corbin_JK, and then Corbin Kafusi on Instagram or LinkedIn.
Boom. We'll link it all below. Thanks for coming on, guys.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yep. Thanks. Check them out, guys. And I'll see you next time.